Attention everyone, the third round of the KC Cup is about to begin. Both duelists, enter! I'm gonna win this tournament to buy a state-of-the-art fish detector for my boat. That's why I can't afford to look. I thought he was doing it to find his dad. What the fuck? He just wants to catch fish? Alright, great job, Mako. Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 Trials to Glory. We're in the KC Cup, round 3. Fighting against Mako Tsunami here. Had to adjust my deck a little bit due to the Forbidden List changing around, but I got some pretty interesting cards. For example, I think I got like Confiscation and Forceful Sentry. I managed to sneak in a copy of each of those in my deck. And we'll see if we can, be able to actually use those today. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I'm playing with a big, chunky deck here. Which I should try minimizing sometime after this, but it doesn't really matter too much. Given how, relatively easy this game is. And wow. Grandura. I think I have Widespread Ruin face down, so this is actually going to be pretty bad for him. Because I'm just going to activate my trap card, Widespread Ruin. He's going to destroy his monster, cause him to lose 2,000 life points. We can go ahead, well actually, we won't activate Ultimate Offering. Because my opponent can use that as well. Got Change of Heart, that's another one of the cards that I'm able to use here. Got Beautiful Headhuntress here, who's going to get a nice boost in attack. And we're going to be able to do good, almost 4,000 points of damage here. Considering that, he just took the 2,000 himself. Technically 1,000 because he healed himself for 1,000. But now he's only down to 3,000. So he might actually be able to finish off Mako here pretty easily. Even if he summons anything, he's got Pot of Greed. Even if he summons anything too threatening, I'm just going to steal it from him. Alright, so he's going to play a face down card. I'm going to get Gamara Sword Oath, which doesn't really matter. So we're just going to throw out the Change of Heart, which thankfully doesn't matter if your card is face up or face down. It's Maiden of Aqua. I love this card. This is my favorite card, so we're going to go ahead and flip her. Oh, he's going to use her Enter Tribute, which is really going to suck. But thankfully we have the Warrior returning alive. So I can bring back, Beautiful Headhuntress back to my hand. Don't want to activate it as part of a chain. And then summon her here. Hit him for a good amount of damage. We're not in the greatest spot as we were before, just because we don't really have any other cards at this moment. Ultimate Offering really isn't going to do anything, but as long as he doesn't summon anything too powerful, we might be okay. Let's see. God, I can't get over how ugly this game looks, just because of the way the field or the mat or whatever you want to call it looks. It just looks so bland and vanilla and boring, just because it's all black. Like, I guess it makes it a lot easier to see things, but that still is pretty boring. We are going to lose 100 here, but it won't matter because, oh boy, we can't actually attack. Because Amazoness Fighter, I believe that card is, she doesn't take any damage. Or at least when she attacks, no damage is dealt to me. So hopefully we can get, bingo, another Warrior. Which we can play here, which gives everyone an extra boost in 200 attack, on top of their already 400 boost. So now Amazoness Fighter here can take on Maiden of Aqua. I'm sorry, beautiful Maiden of Aqua, but you're going to be destroyed. And then we'll go with Beautiful Headhuntress here. Take down his face down card, which is going to be Hane, which is actually probably okay because he is going to return Getsufuma back to my hand, but then I'm going to use that as an opportunity to activate Ultimate Offering, which I think I can use in the battle phase. I'm not sure. They changed the rulings for Ultimate Offering in these games a lot. Because I think in Eternal Duelist Soul, I was able to use it like whatever the hell I want. I think I can go here and maybe use it. Nope. There we go. Summon it here. There we go. So I'm gonna use it. Only use it in the main phases. Maybe I could have done it in battle and I didn't see it. What? Oh well. because of the way the card is worded, unless they changed it in this game, it's just like, oh, you can use it whatever the hell you want. Which is pretty fucking crazy. I'm gonna get another Gimme Sword Herb. Okay. So I might just end up removing that. Because it just says at the cost of 5 life points per monster, a player is allowed an extra normal summoner set. It doesn't say I only can use it during the main phase, but then again, you could only normal summoner set during the main phases, so I guess that's where the caveat is. And I think that's game by self-destruction. Yep. Alright, well, sucks to be Mako Tsunami. I guess he won't get that fucking fish detector or whatever the fuck he was trying to get. I would swap out some cards here, but I can't really do that now. What I mean is, like, thin out my deck a little bit, so remove probably just the 3 copies of Gimme Sword and Gimme Sword Oath and just focus on beat down with the female warriors and Fiend Mega Cyber, apparently. So let's throw this down. We could make use of it this turn, but throw this out for now. And sure, throw this out to power you up. Allied forces, giving 200 attack to each of my warriors. For each warrior is spellcaster that I own. Which is a very, very good card early on in these Yu-Gi-Oh games, because you can power your monsters pretty quickly. Pretty heavily. So we do have, yep, no Mana of Extermination here. Really the only spell and trap card remove I have, but I'm gonna go ahead and get run into a Trencher Tribute, which, okay. It showed it like if it activated or something, but I'm thinking in my head like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, let's go ahead and summon. I hate summoning the Fiend Mega Cyber like this, because, you know, he does have the ability that lets him special summon him himself, but let's not even bother with that. And then throw out the Lightning Blade here. Just power him up a little further. And then we're just going to basically walk through all of his monsters here. Because, I mean, I don't really think he's going to be able to do anything aside from get himself hurt for 2,000 damage himself. And, you know, just play monsters in defense mode and hope till I run into a flip monster. But that's kind of the problem I've been having with this game. I actually just beat Bowtie. By the time this episode comes out, I wouldn't have beaten it. Like, the episode where I beat Bowtie hasn't gone up yet. But the day that I'm recording this episode is also the day that I managed to beat Bowtie. And that was a series that's been on my channel for a good long while. I want to say 2 years. I played it some Halloween. Because I used to try and do the whole month of Halloween, play like spooky games and stuff. And the issue that I found with that is that I have to just record so much in order to just be able to actually fill up an entire month worth of content and actually beat a game. We're going to use the Forceful Entry here, which is funny, because it lets me look at my opponent's hand, I believe, and discard a card. Oh, no. Return it to the deck. But instead he decided to use Magic Jammer on it, which forced him to discard a card. So in any case, he still lost a card. At least I was trying to just put it back in his deck, but he wanted to go ahead and discard it. There's the Penguin Soldier. We do have another Lightning Blade in hand, so that's not all that bad. But yeah, it took me a really, really long time to beat Bowtie. Because I just kept taking breaks in between. It's not really the shortest game in the world either, and I took my time basically going through it. For the most part, I won't say I 100% completed the game, because there were a lot of things that I was missing. But at the same time, I pretty much did everything. Right? There was, I think it listed that there were like 29 extra side dungeons that you can do. I don't know if that includes like the main dungeons, but out of the 29, I did 28, so I did pretty good. So I played it pretty extensively, and it just took me forever to beat it. And, you know, kind of sucks, because I felt like I was kind of just playing it for the sake of just beating it and not so much enjoying it. Which, you know, is really not something you want to go into. And I can imagine watching it is also not entertaining. It's just me forcing myself to play through the game, you know, doesn't really sound like a great time. So Lightning Blade actually already lowered its attack, I forgot. We actually got the hella advantage against Mako here because all his monsters are going to get reduced. But we're actually going to lower it even more with Shadow Spell Ares to do a whole ton of damage. And hopefully he plays another Grandura in defense mode that we can destroy it and then cause him to inflict 2,000 points of damage to himself. But in addition to, you know, not liking that, not having fun playing that because I was just, you know, going through it just for the sake of beating it, I feel like that's the same issue that I'm having with this game. And, you know, I do really still enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! For the most part. I did sort of get burnt out, like I've talked about, you know, playing Duel Links so much. But it's not like I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything like that. I'm still pretty into it. I think taking a break from it was a pretty healthy choice. And especially not playing Duel Links every single day makes my life a little bit easier. Or maybe not so much makes my life a little bit easier. Sorry, sometimes I just say words like my brain thinks of what I'm saying and it's like, oh, it auto completes. So it's like, oh, you usually say this after this. But it makes it a lot more easier for me to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! But I don't really know what I can do because I mean these guys are really not putting up anything. They're really not putting up any kind of fight whatsoever, you know? And I'm just really breezing through this at this point. And I tried to give myself the caveat of, you know, using cards that I only open from decks, but because this game is so antiquated, it makes it really difficult for me to know specifically what cards I open from decks, from packs to make a deck with. So I'm not going to like write all that down. Hello, it says Mako's not looking too good? What the hell does that mean? It said at the top there something about Mako not looking good. Like if he was sick or something. Hey, Bakura just appeared. I don't know if I've seen him here before. Let's go to the Coliseum, see if Mako... There's Mako. What's up, buddy? Ah, it's you. Tell the truth, I'm in a slump. I've reached the limit on what my Yumi deck can do. I wonder if there are duelists out there who use a Yumi deck. Huh? Alright, I'll figure out what that is next time. Take care of yourself.